Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Ratchet and Clank Free Up Your Arsenal Part 10. We're leaving Tyrannosis, where we're going to be forced to return to the starship Phoenix, where we're going to get some more plot, pretty much, where Ratchet's going to tell some more stories, or Ape Ratchet's going to tell more stories, and we're going to get what the next point of plot's going to be. Remember this place where we were before? Yeah, I remember this place. And we're also going to buy one of the best weapons in the game that we could afford right now. No, it's not the Annihilator, it's the Flux Rifle. It's a sniper rifle that uses some sort of, like, particle beam cannon kind of thing, and it destroys almost anything in its path. It's pretty powerful. Even without upgrades, it's pretty powerful. Imagine what it's going to be like when it's fully upgraded. Ooh, the whole galaxy's going to be scared of me now. I'm sure all the Tyrannoids and Dr. Nefarious are going to be shaking in their boots once they find out that I have a fully upgraded Flux Rifle. Well, we're going to return to the starship Phoenix, where it's going to, give us some more plot, because we didn't really get much plot in the last video. It's just all nothing but action. So this video is probably going to be mostly actual plot and not just all mindless action, which is what a lot of these games are. And that's why everyone loves them. He's going to go into a deep story. He's going to talk about what we encountered there with the mother Tyrannoid and all the action we saw in Tyrannosis. And these people are just going to believe everything we say because, well, we're not Captain Quark. We don't stretch the truth or lie about our personal experiences. We're simply giving the straight 911 truth of what was going on in Tyrannosis. And then we get interrupted by Dr. Nefarious and his useless butler, Lawrence. He's going to go on about how he has a new plot for something, and he's going to be turning the galaxy into robots or something like that, or some nefarious plot. I guess that's why they call him Dr. Nefarious. I sometimes think he's a reincarnation of the Dr. Nefarious from Ratchet and Clank. What was it from? From Crash Bandicoot Pre-Warped. Remember in Crash Bandicoot Pre-Warped, there was one of the bosses was named Dr. something Nefarious or something like that? And they look kind of alike, and they're both named, well, Dr. Nefarious. That's why I think they might be related. Maybe it's like the reincarnation of him or something like that. Or proof that this game is a sole successor to the Crash Bandicoot games. Al's going to be tracing the signal of where it came from, where Dr. Nefarious and Lawrence's signal came from. He's going to trace it to some planet called Dax. And he traced it to some weird planet called Dax. Yeah, Dax is an odd name for a planet. Especially some planets, mostly it's a water world with buildings and stuff. He's traced there. He's gonna get like a TV signal from there, I think, where it's just like a special, or not a special, like a TV show about the galaxy's greatest supervillains. And this one's gonna, of course, be about Dr. Nefarious, and talking about he's the greatest villain in the galaxy. And he has all these great inventions. I actually can understand quite a bit of this, actually, even though it's all in Japanese. Like, asking him questions like, oh, so you're Dr. Nefarious, how do you do this? How do you become the greatest villain in the galaxy? And how are you gonna make that new giant ball weapon, or whatever it's called, the giant ball in space that destroys planets? So, like, that's been done before. And then there's Lawrence with his cartoon Bugs Bunny gloves, and he's going to explain how we're able to do this. Now Dax is such a sophisticated and awesome planet, and it's the whole world of Dr. Nefarious now. Now the whole galaxy knows where Dr. Nefarious lives. It's like on those TV shows, they show like special collections or collectors and stuff in their houses and all the collections they have. And they show like, oh, this is a $100,000 gadget thing, ever $100,000 collectible I have. Yeah, you put it on TV, now the whole world knows that you have that valuable collectible. Yeah, I wonder if people live locally and are going to try to steal it or something like that. And get $100,000 off of it. Easiest $100,000 anyone could ever really make. So Helga's gonna make us do this training like in the original Ape Escape when we get a gadget and the professor forces us to do the training missions. Well, that's what we're gonna be doing. She gave us the hyper shot and gadget we're gonna be needing on Dax, and it's gonna be very useful for the rest of this game. I'm actually quite surprised they gave it to us at this point in the game and didn't give it to us sooner. It's like two things in one. It's like an infiltrator and a swing shot all combined into one. It's called the hyper shot all in one, a jack of all trades. It's like a Swiss Army knife almost. It's gonna make us play Atari's Tempest. We're gonna have to destroy those red target things and collect the green ones. I heard the voice, the Japanese voice, say Midori, which is Japanese for green. Probably telling you to collect the green pieces and destroy the Aka pieces, the red pieces. Yeah, I know my colors in Japanese. I speak Japanese well enough to know that. And there's usually more than one round. There isn't one for this one because the first, we have to do this jumping, the sophisticated military-grade jumping. We use our third Piper shot here, so we could swing from that thing like Spider-Man, like we're becoming Spider-Man all of a sudden. Or even Rayman had something like that once too. I assume any superheroes of man in their name have the ability to swing from stuff. I'm gonna use this Piper shot again. I'm gonna explain to us again what the options are. We already know that stuff. And we're going to just go and shoot down the red targets. I'm also gonna give you red targets, more red targets than green targets. This would be too easy if they just gave us all green targets. This is what I meant by when I said this game very well is a puzzle game. It makes us do these moments, a lot of puzzle-solving moments, which isn't really just mindless actions. They're like categorizing the different things, like reds in here, the greens in here, you know, like organizing them, green here, red here. And the good thing is, once these puzzles are solved, they stay solved, so you don't have to do them again. Oh, that's good. That'd be annoying if you had to do these puzzles every time you get killed. You get killed a lot in this game, and every time if it made you do the puzzles again every time you got killed, yeah, this game would just go on way longer. Good thing I have video editing software, though. Video editing software is always the best. I'm still thinking about maybe making my own video editing software at some point that I could just freely give away, make it run on Linux. So you can now use Linux as a full video editor. I'm sure Linux fans would love that. I wonder if Ratchet knows anything about Linux. I wonder if the people that made this game use Linux on any of their machines. I'm sure nowadays they probably do, considering how cheap or pretty much free Linux is a lot of the time. And so you can also use it to make these platform things. So you can jump on here, do some platforming action, and swing from that thing again, and zip over there. And we're doing some more hacking. So we're hacking into the lockout. I already told this several times. You don't need to tell me twice, but during the Stone Age, then we go and kill all these things. And Tempest actually is an underrated arcade game. It's one of Atari's best games, and yet it doesn't seem to get released on very many things. I actually have it on the Atari collection for the PS1. It's an Atari collection I bought on the PS1 back in 2010 when I randomly found it sitting at a thrift store I went to once. Yay, thrift stores. I remember back in the good old days when thrift stores had way more stuff. They don't seem to have as much anymore, but you can still get lucky every now and then. But then again, I very seldom get lucky at thrift stores. That gives you more of an incentive to want to go to them then, because that means the more you go, the more likely you'll find something. Gives you an excuse to leave the house and go to a store and actually try to find something. I think that's enough greens now, so we go to the next one. I can kind of read what it says on the side of the screen. That text in the upper right-hand corner, the top text says score, which is probably saying score. And that thing below it says round, or probably says where it says round, or something like that. Which means round, like what round you're on. Yeah, I'm pretty good at reading Capticana text. We even got a free titanium bolt for doing all of that. I mean, the game did force us into this training, and yet it gave us reward for it, so it's a titanium bolt, which we were getting quite a lot of those. There's also some other training levels you can do in this terminal too, but I kind of skipped those. They're optional. All they really do is teach you how your weapons work, or like combat training pretty much. But I'm a master at this game, and all it gives you is a titanium bolt, which isn't really worth an awful lot, and I've done that a lot before. I don't think anyone wants to see the training levels, because I'm just that good at it. Now we're going to equip our newest, greatest weapon, the Flux Rifle, which I haven't used to kill anything yet, which is why its upgrade level is completely empty. So we're going to head off to that new planet we discovered, the planet Dox. And then we're going to go and see if Dr. Nefarious is there, or find out anything about his plot to rule the galaxy, or turn everyone into robots and then rule the galaxy. That sounds more like it, considering the fact it's coming from Dr. Nefarious. Daxur, I think it says Daxur or something like that. And Al's going to give us some more useless dialogue about stuff we could do on Dax, or something we're trying to find on Dax, or something like that. We're going to use our weapon. It's supposed to be a sniper rifle, but it's good for more than just sniping. You can also use it to like blast a bunch of stuff from far away distances. Use it to jump. Look at that, I shot at that robot thing a few times. It's already dead. Yeah, this weapon is really powerful. Let's just go and snipe off those little bugger things. Oh look, more robots are coming after me. Better take out the shock blaster or shock cannon and blast them away. And send a fully charged shot into their chest and get them killed or something like that. Yeah, this is mostly just running away from enemies, trying to dodge their every move. Oh, I just destroyed that guy and I got a nanotech upgrade. It's always great to get a nanotech upgrade. That health number kind of roughly corresponds with your percentage in the game, at least so I find. You get to around 100 nanotech around the time you get near the end of the game. So that means we're approximately like 38% of the way through the game, for the main story of course, because we're not really getting extra stuff into account. And there we got the rocket boots now. Allows it to dash forward. We just got the rocket boots. We could like dash and jump, and I don't think it allows us to jump and dash, but I remember the Batman and Robin video game for the PS1 had something like that on it. I don't remember them using that in the movie, but it's not far off from what would have been in Batman and Robin, since it felt more like a sci-fi movie than an actual Batman movie, where they have frickin' phasers they use to melt stuff. What, is this Star Trek all of a sudden? Or is this Batman? First, I'm gonna be destroying those boxes, get those Crash Bandicoot TNT boxes destroyed. And they're gonna have to change the text in this version like they did in the Crash Bandicoot games in Japan, because they don't actually say TNT on the explosive boxes in this game. Just a simple image indicating that it could be explosive, or it could be a hazard. It shows a picture of explosion on it. I think they did that on purpose, so people all over the world, regardless of what language they speak, can know that those are supposed to be something that, that destroys, that blows up or something like that. The game has a creative way of conveying those messages to people all over the world. They really were world conscious when they made this game. They wanted everyone all over the world to play this game and like it, especially the people in Japan. Japan has a really huge gaming market. One of the biggest gaming markets in the world. It's a small country, and yet it's considered to be one of the top 3 major main regions in the world: Japan, Europe, and North America. The game came out in all 3 of those regions. I consider it to be a worldwide release. A game that was released worldwide, and this game definitely did get a worldwide release. It even got released in South Korea. I already played for that version. It's pretty much the same as this, but in Korean, which gives it that odd novelty. You're swinging from here, swinging from here, dodging all those. Let's imagine since they're like water plants, like an Earth-like water planet almost, with some weird plant life or something like that. Maybe it's some kind of place where the polar ice caps melted and now most of it's flooded, kind of like in that crappy Kevin Costner movie, Waterworld. Like in that arcade game where you have to put like 8 coins in, it only plays for like 2 seconds, and you have to put 8 more coins in. I think there's a mini boss or some kind of boss thing coming up. And I'm already full of ammo. That's good, I already bought some ammo. So now this boss guy is going to suddenly appear. There was a boss that was just like this in Ratchet and Clank 2. So of course they shoehorned another boss like this into this game. They couldn't just let us go to where we're supposed to go for the objective without having to face off against something. I wonder who's controlling this. Is it another Tyrannoid? Or maybe it's one of Dr. Nefarious's, henchmen or workers or something like that. But this boss isn't really much of a boss at all. We can finish him off easy with the Annihilator. If we had the Annihilator, that is, which, have that weapon yet. Still have yet to buy that. This is Dax. I remember some friend was ranting once about we couldn't get through this level, and I told him that if you just play through the game, eventually you're going to get through it. That's kind of how this game works. If you keep playing every level of the game, eventually you're going to get so many bolts and upgrades. You can buy better armor and buy better weapons, and eventually you'll just have every weapon and every armor upgrade and every health upgrade in the game. And then getting through any level is easy once you have all of those. I'll also give you the health bar too for this boss. I guess he is a real boss, I guess. He's already more than half dead. Only has like a quarter or so of his health left. Just keep shrinking, it just keeps getting smaller and smaller. If I kill one more enemy with this thing, I'm probably gonna get another upgrade. But you're gonna be using this weapon all the time. The M60 Storms are the most used weapons in the game, at least for me it is. He only has like nearly a tenth of his health left. And I'm out. Yeah, I'm just gonna go blast this guy away. Come on, where are you? There he is. Explode. That's gonna give the upgrade percentage to this weapon, since I don't use this weapon as much. Actually, it's quite a powerful weapon. There we go. Look, a lot of upgrade points just surged into this nitro launcher. Of course, I'm gonna be stopping to break the boxes and get some bolts, so I can buy more stuff later. I haven't bought any armor upgrades yet. Come to think, anyone know, because you wouldn't tell, because we're playing as a Pipo monkey. Oh look, we're going to this place where we find out Dr. Nefarious is a fan of Courtney Gears. There's a computer here that was used to edit Courtney Gears' latest music video. And Ratchet's really interested in watching it, because you know Ratchet has a thing for Courtney Gears, or this monkey you're playing as really has a thing for Courtney Gears. I'm gonna shut up during this part though, because this part is, you know, something impressive. 'I think it's pretty impressive they actually like rewrote the song or they translated it into Japanese and actually had her sing in Japanese. That's pretty impressive. I don't really know how it compares to the original, but it's pretty impressive. They did that for the game. There's something very suspicious about that video. If you look at the background, you can see Dr. Nefarious appear on some of the screens. You can even see Lawrence on some of them too. I'll just put a random photo of Lawrence on a screen in a music video. What's so great about Lawrence? Are you saying, oh, Courtney Gears never a bad girl except for that one time? Ray Phoenix signing out.